business book, The UnNoticed Entrepreneur, returns with its third volume, highlighting how organizations can harness authenticity to create powerful brands. Joining us today is its author, Jim A. James, to discuss this. Jim, congratulations on the recent publication. Tell us about your new book.
The UnNoticed Entrepreneur, Volume 3, is published by Wiley, the New York listed publishing company. And it's a masterclass for entrepreneurs that would like to learn how to get noticed. And here's the kicker, Sess. It's not me explaining how to get noticed. It's 50 entrepreneurs that I've interviewed on my podcast who have explained how they get noticed for free. So really, it's an amazing treasure trove of real world experience of how you can get noticed for free on a shoestring budget if you're a startup entrepreneur.
This sounds really helpful, Jim. So can you give us a glimpse of what you expect? What universal lessons apply across industries from the Singapore companies featured in the book?
I can, and I have 3 amazing Singapore companies in the book, and I'll run through those very quickly. WeGo, the international travel portal based out of Singapore, is now the largest meta search engine in Southeast Asia and the Middle East. Key lesson from Ross Veach and the founder there is really that from Singapore, it's possible to go global because you have the connectivity and you have the infrastructure in Singapore and the goodwill to carry you to global markets. A second story is one of a vegan platform and community called A Billion, written and created by a man called Vikas Garg. And Vikas is an Indian American who now lives in Singapore, made Singapore his home, and he has a global community of vegan interested consumers and buyers on his platform. The key lesson there really has been that he's built that whole brand and that whole Billion brand on user reviews. And his first user review, can you believe it, came from Hawaii. So geography is certainly not a barrier. And the third closer to home story is Karen Tan, who's built a company which many of your listeners will have heard of, which is called The Projector, which is a cinema based in Singapore. They've used an old commercial cinema and made it into a community-based cinema showing indie programs. And what's really cool here is that they've used crowdfunding to build the business. They raise money on a crowdfunding platform, and the people that put the money into the company are the moviegoers. So 3 fantastic stories from Singapore, global and local, that are in the UnNoticed Entrepreneur, Says.
Now, coming from all these learnings, if you were to give our viewers some advice, what marketing trends should Singaporean entrepreneurs focus on now?
I think the main trends here are the impact of technology affecting everybody. And what we're seeing is that people really still want to deal with people. So authenticity is becoming a mainstream trend. The second is that authenticity has to be related to something. So people really want to know the founder's purpose. What are they really doing and why are they doing it? And the third is the leveraging of technology, not just AI, but traditional mobile communications and AI, but also the content creation technology says. So we need to have people to have a sense of authenticity, a sense of purpose, and a sense of using technology for amplification.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Jim.
Thank you so much for inviting me on this show. The book is available at all online stores, Amazon and Waterstones, but fantastically, it's also in Kinokuniya, the shop store in Singapore, and also you can see it at airports. And in the UK, if anyone is looking, in Waterstones, you can also buy it. It's published by Wiley, so it's on main online retailers and also in stores. So pick up a copy today.
Once again, that was Jim A. James, author and founder of UnNoticed Ventures. For more news, visit sbr.com.sg.